Hi, my name is Julio Rivera. I'm an activist, journalist, adventurer, veteran, television presenter, and businessman. I've covered many of the major historical events going on around the world over the past several years, and after watching regime changes, conflict, and historic elections globally, I've come to the conclusion that the most underreported crisis in the world today can be defined in only one word: malware. That's why I've decided to dedicate my time to educating people everywhere and exposing the dangers that exist on the devices that we've become tethered to and depend on for so many reasons in our day-to-day life. Welcome to This Week in Malware. On This Week in Malware, we'll be covering ransomware strains Stop and Zorab are exploiting the desperation of victims with a fake decryptor that double encrypts victims' files. Security researchers have discovered a new Ursnif Malware delivery campaign that leverages Excel 4.0 macro functionality, and 4 common ways ransomware can infect your organization, including Angler and nuclear exploit kits and Locky and crypto wall ransomware. We can pretty much all agree that hackers are evil. They're compromising businesses during a period of a COVID-19 weakened economy. They're attacking and locking the devices of people just trying to keep themselves entertained as America struggles to return to normal post-lockdowns. And they even are targeting the computers being used by our children as homeschooling has expanded globally. But adding insult to injury is a malware that has been developed to imitate the kind of decryption software that is supposed to help people who have already been victims of ransomware encryption attacks. Stop Ransomware is the most prolific strain of ransomware today. Although other ransomware strains have received more media attention due to their attacks on high-profile victims, Stop Ransomware, also known as DJVU ransomware, has infected a larger number of systems, as confirmed by the over 600 submissions a day to the ID Ransomware Identification Service. This makes Stop Ransomware the most actively distributed ransomware from the summer of 2019 to the spring of 2020. A phony decryptor for the Stop Ransomware lures already desperate people with the promise of free decryption of their infected files. Instead of getting access to their files back, they're infected with another layer of ransomware that makes their situation even worse. Zorab exploits targets infected with Stop Ransomware. There are anti-malware tools that have been developed to decrypt files without paying exorbitant amounts of money online. Knowing this, the hackers behind Zorab have designed a ransomware that claims to help victims of Stop Ransomware decrypt their files for free, and then double encrypts them. When the victim downloads this fake decryption tool and clicks on Start Scan, the software extracts an executable file called crab.exe, which is the Zorab ransomware itself. Once executed, the tool will encrypt all the files present on the system with a .zrb extension. Zorab also leaves a ransom note named -decrypt-zorab.txt.zrb that is present in each of the folders it encrypts. The note contains instructions on how to contact the hackers for payment instructions. We absolutely do not care about you and your deals, except getting benefits, the note reads. The idea behind Zorab was maximum profitability. Stop Ransomware is one of the most widely used pieces of ransomware in the world. Therefore, the creators of a fake decryption tool for Stop Ransomware stand to make huge profits from a large section of the ransomware-infected community. In an analysis of one delivery campaign involving Ursnif Malware, also known as GOZI, that dated back to January of 2020, IT services provider Morphosec discovered that many of the malicious files use .xlsm as their extension. They also seem to have 3 as their detection score, a rating too low to have static heuristic-based approaches flag the files as suspicious. This caused many detection-based anti-malware products to miss the files. Once opened, these files leverage text to ask that users enable editing and content capabilities. This technique helped the files evade OCR heuristic detection methods more easily than if the files used images to initiate the same request. Enabling the content activated a defining capability of the widely used Excel 4.0, the use of macro worksheets to deploy XLM macros. In this particular case, the heavily obfuscated sheet was able to hide and leverage run commands before ending with some call and exec instructions. Those instructions initiated a process that allowed the Excel 4.0 macros to download Ursnif via the Win32 API function. Other attacks involving Ursnif. Security researchers have detected several Ursnif campaigns over the past year. For instance, in August of 2019, threat researchers Fortinet spotted a campaign that used Microsoft Word documents to spread a different variant of the malware. In early 2020, the SANS Internet Storm Center discovered a malspam campaign that targeted German users with password-protected zip archives delivering the payload. More recently, in April of 2020, corporate network security provider Zscaler observed a campaign that embraced Mishta as opposed to PowerShell for its second stage payload before ultimately delivering the Gozi Trojan. How to defend against malicious macros. IT pros can help defend against malicious macros by implementing logging and reviewing logs for suspicious activity that could indicate a malware infection. Companies would also be wise to invest in continuous security training so that employees will be less likely to open email attachments that carry malicious macros. Understanding how ransomware infects a network is crucial to ensuring that your company does not become the next victim of an attack. Post-infection, the ransomware spreads to other machines or encrypts the shared files on the network. In many cases, it can spread across boundaries to infect supply chains, customers, and other affiliated organizations. The best answer to solving the conundrum of ransomware lies in prevention more than a cure. So just how does this devastating malware commonly infect devices? Breaches via phishing and social engineering. The most common method for hackers to infect the company's computers with ransomware is through phishing emails. As they become increasingly targeted, personalized and specific information is used to create emails designed to acquire trust and mislead potential victims into opening attachments or clicking on files or links to download malicious PDFs and other document files. Files can take the form of standard formats like Microsoft Office files, PDFs, or JavaScript. Clicking on these malicious files or enabling macros will allow the file to execute, starting the process of encrypting data on the victim's computer. Infection through compromised websites. Not all ransomware attacks are delivered via email. Compromised websites are common places to insert malicious code. All it takes is for a victim to unknowingly visit the compromised site. The compromised site will then reroute to a page that prompts users to download a newer version of some software, perhaps a web browser plugin or a media player. If the site has been designed to deliver ransomware, the malware is either activated directly or more commonly can run an installer that downloads and installs the ransomware. Exploit kits that can deliver custom malware. Angler, Neutrino, and Nuclear are some of the exploit kits that have been widely used in ransomware attacks. These frameworks are a type of toolkit with pre-written exploits that target vulnerabilities in browser plugins like Adobe Flash Player and Java. Microsoft's Internet Explorer and Microsoft Silverlight are also common targets. Ransomware strains like Locky and CryptoWall have been known to be delivered through exploit kits on compromised websites and through malvertising campaigns. malware-infected files and application downloads. Any file or application that can be downloaded can easily be used for ransomware. Cracked software on file sharing sites are also breeding grounds for malware infections. Recent cases of MBR Locker took this route. Hackers can also exploit legitimate websites to deliver an infected executable. All it takes is the victim downloading the file or application, and then the ransomware is delivered. You know, as I think about the dangers that exist online, not unlike the subjects we learned about in this video, I know I feel a lot better having an anti-malware program like Spy Hunter installed in my PC, providing me the protection I need against malware, and I think you should too. Spy Hunter 5's strongest features are found in its malware repair capabilities. Spy Hunter 5's remediation algorithms dive deep into your system to remove and address complex malware issues affecting PCs today. While many anti-malware products only flag and quarantine malware and ultimately fail to fully remediate the root problem, the Spy Hunter 5 remediation algorithm detects, quarantines, and programmatically repairs malware problems on your PC. Spy Hunter 5 is a powerful PC utility that repairs malware threats in many cases where other competing anti-malware and antivirus programs may fail. To detect and remove malware for free, go to enigmasoftware.com and download Spy Hunter today. Thanks for watching.